Alright, so this is today, I forgot what today is, but anyway, it's Pride weekend that's pretty much coming up this weekend, and in honor of that, and me being a proud gay man, I'm going to do this video. A lot of times, this video is not to make anybody feel any type of way, make anybody feel like they're wrong in their beliefs and how they were brought up. That's not my point in this video. My point is for you to understand that we are all the same, and I am over people nitpicking at the gay community like we don't matter and we don't have any feelings. So if you don't want to hear about this, or you don't feel like anything that I can say right now will enlighten you on the person that you are, the things that you've done, then you can click off. That's not my point here for you. I'm not trying to, this is not a convincing convention. That's not what I'm trying to do here. So I just want you to know, I'm going to speak very passionately about how I feel. So I posted something on Instagram, and it pretty much said if being gay is so easy to turn on and turn off, since it's a choice, then you turn your straightness off and you become gay. And it just said, okay, you do it. You do it. You just like I became gay, I want you to do it. And I'll wait. And nobody had anything to say. There was a few naysayers, but of course there's always people who don't have that have an opinion. And it's just so, So my take on this is this. I am who I am at the end of the day. And I'm not, y'all don't have no heaven or no hell to put me in, so it really wouldn't matter what you think about me anyway. But for the sake of this video, we'll just say that I do care about what you think about me. It really wouldn't matter, because you don't do anything for me. You don't feed me. You don't put money in my pocket. You don't do anything that's going to help me become a better individual in the long run. If you're just talking about me, disrespecting me. And when I say me, I'm speaking for every person that comes from my community, okay? Not even just my community, fuck that. Everybody who comes from every walk of life, everybody who's different. That's what I mean. The thing is, people preach to you your entire life about being an individual, about being different, about being not like the next person. And those very same people who have preached to you this soliloquy about what you should do to be an individual are the first people to judge you for it. So it kind of goes to say, like, are you setting me up for failure? Because if I'm not like you, it's a problem. If I am like you, there's a problem. So it's I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. I don't. And I just want to say this, especially I'm doing this video for the younger generation who may be confused about their sexuality or what they're doing or where they're going or whatever the situation is. Let me just say this, and then I'm going to let it be what it is. You're not wrong in who you are. No matter what the evangelists at your damn church say, what your mama say, what your daddy say, what your 80-year-old grandmother have to say. At the end of the day, your life was given to you for you. Okay? For you. Okay? And I'm not going to say this in a disrespectful way, but I'm going to say fuck them and what they're going through. Because nobody's here to please them. I'm not here on this earth to please my mother. I'm here to please the Lord. That's who I'm here to please. So if you believe in the Lord, Allah, Rosemary, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, Rosemary's baby, Mary, whoever else you believe in, whatever your God is, Buddha, whoever, then that's who you find. That's who you have to answer to at the end of this. Not me, not the next person, none of us. Them is, they is who you will have to pretty much answer to. Because at the end of the day, people don't understand our struggle, and I'm not one to sit here and talk about everything that I've been through. And oh my God, woe is me, and I've been through this, and I'm sure I could get a whole bunch of sympathy if I sit here and talk about all the things that I've had to go through in order to get to this point in my life. You would sit here with your mouth open like, really? Like, I'm not going to do that. It's no, because that's not me anymore. I'm not dwelling in that particular moment. And with the gay community, that's the issue that I have. Everybody likes to play victim so much. It's we this and I'm so sad about this, and somebody called me this and somebody called me that. I have been called every motherfucking thing in the book. Every motherfucking thing in the book I have been called. From tranny to she-male, to ladyboy, to gay, to faggot, to everything that you could think of, I have been called. But the difference between me and everybody else is I don't answer to none of that. None of it. I'm not offended by none of it, because nothing that you have called me is offensive in my book. So therefore, you can call me whatever the fuck you feel, however it makes you feel. Just don't put your motherfucking hands on me and we'll be good. But if you feel like name calling is going to make you feel better as an individual, and it's going to make you feel like you're a better person than me somehow, some way, or whatever situation, then go ahead. I'm here to make your day. I'm going to make you happy this good old day. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care, because at the end of the day, the words don't hurt me no more. Okay, the words are not that. I'm worrying about you putting your motherfucking hands on me. That is when I have a problem. But y'all running around here trying to protest and trying to talk shit and trying to have an issue and a problem because somebody done called you out your motherfucking name, bitch. Let me just tell you something. If it's not who the fuck you are, then therefore there's no reason for you to answer to it. If I call you a dog-faced, ugly-ass, poppy face bitch, and that's not who the fuck you is, then you ain't gonna even look in my direction. If you are walking down the street and your name is Brittany and I call you a ugly bitch in a blue shirt, are you gonna turn around? No, because that's not, you not ugly bitch in a blue shirt. So all of this protesting, and I'm mad at RuPaul's Drag Race because they use the word tranny and this is that and the other, and me in the trans community, no, shut up. Just shut up, because you're trying to fight something that it's the world. You cannot fight the world on how the fuck they see you, because at the end of the day, I'm not insensitive to the gay community at all. I'm not. I get it. I'm in it. I've been through it. I understand. But I'm a grown-ass adult who makes grown-ass decisions about what I do, and I'm not going to sit up here and cry because these motherfuckers who sit up here and want to call me out my motherfucking name, bitch. If somebody done called you a tranny and you a transsexual and you don't like the verbiage that they use, that's them. Why the fuck do they matter about what the fuck you do? Why? Why is their opinion about what they call you? I don't like to be called, bitch. It's a lot of motherfucking things I don't like. I don't like these bitches weaves out here, but they wearing them. I don't like your motherfucking makeup, bitch, but you wearing it. I don't like them tiny ass shoes you got on with them big ass feet, but you wearing them. So it is what the fuck it is. There are motherfuckers who don't like me right now for this weave that I got in, but I'm wearing it, so it's gonna be what the fuck it is. And if you don't like it, then you get your ass on. Y'all sitting up here trying to fight the world over something that they personally feel. You cannot change the way the world is gonna feel about you. The only thing that you can do is live within your truth, and there are gonna be people who are gonna respect you, and there are going to be people who don't respect you. And at the end of the day, those are the people that you should be rocking with. The motherfuckers who don't respect you, you shouldn't even want their attention. You trying to change the world. And this goes for Carmen Carrera's motherfucking ass, because Carmen has lost her motherfucking mind. Okay? Now, there's a lot of people from the trans community who are going to be upset because you don't understand what we go through. And this is this and this and this and this and this. We all done been through something. It ain't just you. We all have been through something. Your struggle is no better for mine. Okay? So if you at the end, because I'm going to just be real blunt right now. No matter what you call your motherfucking self, no matter how you try to change the verbiage, no matter how motherfucking emphasis you put on one word from the other, some people in this world are always going to see you as a man. Period. That's it. I don't give a fuck what you get. I don't give a fuck how pink your coochie is. You are always going to be a man in someone else's eyes. So therefore, instead of sitting up there trying to label yourself something to get respect yourself for who the fuck you are and move the fuck on and let it be what it is. I'm sick of you motherfuckers sitting up here and I don't want to become a faggot because this is what it is. You know what? At one point in time, queer was a very disrespectful and derogatory term. And we took that shit back. And now we got this. Okay? We use that in every day. That is something that describes us as an individual, as a motherfucking community. And that at one point, that was a very derogatory. You take that shit back. When somebody takes something from you and try to use it against you, you take it and you turn them lemons into motherfucking lemonade and you let it be what it is. I don't want to be called by this. It's not the world owes you nothing. Okay? The world don't owe you a motherfucking thing. Just understand that they don't owe you nothing. So you trying to fight the word about respect, you're not going to get it like that. How you get respect is how you go out here and you show these motherfuckers, I'm no different from you. You use your actions, not your motherfucking words, because talk is real motherfucking cheap. You should see my Instagram. It's a lot of motherfuckers that got some cheap ass talking up on that motherfucker who are making a lot of announcements but ain't making no motherfucking moves. So it is what the fuck it is. You can say what you want to say, but it's what are you gonna do about the situation. Now, there have been people who have came out and said, yeah, it's disrespectful to say this. It's disrespectful to say a lot of motherfucking shit that's said, but it's said. And you, me, or anybody else can't change that. People are going to say what they want to say. You can't dictate how another person says what they say. What Carmen said was not incorrect. The way that she's carrying herself in this little crusade against motherfucking the very show that your motherfucking ass was on that got you the platform that you want to sit back and talk about. You should have did this and you shouldn't have did that, and Ru didn't do this and Ru didn't do that, bitch. Where in the fuck were you before RuPaul's Drag Race? You tell me that. You tell me where the fuck you was. Because the last time I checked, bitch, you was on the Battle of the motherfucking Seasons. You was on the motherfucking cruise for RuPaul's Drag Race. So it seems like every motherfucking check you got, with the exception of 2 or 3, has RuPaul's name at the end of it. So before you bite the hand that motherfucking feeds you, remember where the fuck you came from. Because before, nobody knew who the fuck you were, Chris. Let's just make that real, and if anybody is offended by the way that I'm going in on Carmen right now, you can get your ass up and leave too. Because I don't believe in disrespecting people who have made a way for you. Period. Regardless of your personal feelings about how the fuck they feel. If you felt that strongly about it, and if you was such a bad bitch and you was carrying your shit, you should have took your motherfucking ass to Viacom. You should have took your ass to the motherfuckers who make RuPaul's Drag Race. How about that? You should have took your issue to Logo, not RuPaul. If you, I don't know Ru like that. You don't know Ru. So therefore, that to attack him and say anything about somebody who's giving you nothing but a platform to be where the fuck you are, I'm over it. This is the issue that I have with a lot of the African American community, and this is the issue that I have with the gay community, is that everybody wants to play victim when it's convenient for them. You ain't on this crusade when you calling each other niggas and you guys sitting up here talking about light skin versus dark skin. You don't care about the racism then, but when it involves your motherfucking ass and it's everybody wants to get together. If you're going to stand for something, you stand for that shit and you do not step down from it. Don't stand your ass up when it's convenient for your well-being. Now, I'm not going to talk more about Carmen because I could really go in and fuck on her, but I'm not going to do that because I do find Carmen to be a very beautiful trans woman. And if that's what you want, I'm not going to call you out of your name. If that's what you want to be called, then that's what the fuck you want to be called. I will respect you in that instance. The next motherfucker's not going to be so gracious. And you have to deal with that. As long as they're not saying it to your face. And then as long as they're not putting their hands on you and they're not stopping your money, it shouldn't motherfucking matter. Period. Because what's the difference because this is how I feel about it. If you're so motherfucking mad about, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it be what it is because I'm getting real fired up. If you were that motherfucking mad about RuPaul's using she-male, then you should be mad at the DMV for putting woman on your motherfucking driver's license, bitch. Because the last time I checked, you wanted to be identified as a trans woman. It says that you're just, so they're not identifying you as who you are either. Okay? So are you a trans woman or are you a woman? Do you want to be Chris or do you want to be Carmen? I mean, I want to know. I want to say, because I'm going to tell you right now, I've been called tranny so many times and it wouldn't motherfucking make a difference because the trans community, I'm not offended by that. So for you to call me that, I'm not going to sit up here and jump up out of my seat. I would prefer you not to do that because that's not the correct verbiage that you should be using. Because at the end of the day, I'm still a dude. Just because I look better than your girlfriend is different. So you can say what it is. I don't care. But what you have to understand and what you have to get is people are going to do what the fuck they want to do. You can't tell a motherfucker how they going to do this and how you should do that. And I'm not telling Carmen that she's wrong in saying that it's a slur. But it depends on who it comes from. Because nigga and nigger, nigga, it depends on who it comes from. So just like that, it depends on who it comes from. But for you to say that it's not okay to call Ellen DeGeneres a lesbian and Anderson Cooper a fag and RuPaul a nigger and Carmen Carrera a tranny, those are things that are not okay. Honey, that is not the same thing. That is not the same. For you to even put African American struggles with gay struggles and trans struggle community, girl, you overstepped your boundaries at that particular point because that struggle is not the same. And the thing that I do not like when it comes down to certain situations like this, especially in the gay community, people who want to whine and cry, you can stand up for yourself all the fuck you want. I am proud of everybody who's standing up for our community because standing up for us has given me a platform to do what I'm doing right now and have way less judgment than it would have been 20 years ago. People like RuPaul and Amanda Lepore and Lady Bunny and, Laverne, all of these people who have came to our community, Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon, all these people have helped people like myself be able to stand on this platform and do what the fuck I'm doing. And for a lot of y'all, it's judgment free. So I'm not going to disrespect people who have come before me to set, you know, and fight them on what the fuck I don't feel is necessary. Because if it was that deep and you were that much of a woman about it, then you would have came to rule like a woman and said, hey, you know, we as a trans community don't really think that this is okay. No, you want to start a motherfucking crusade because you want fucking attention. You want attention because you want to be a Victoria's Secret model. This ain't gonna be it, boo. This ain't gonna be your motherfucking, this is not your ticket to be confrontational. Do you think that Victoria's Secret is gonna deal with you? Because as soon as you do something that they don't like, it's gonna be a problem. And that's the problem that I have with the gay community. A lot of y'all fucking it up for the rest of us. Y'all want to come up here and just be a fucking problem. It's just an issue. And it, like, just stand up for some bullshit. If you want to stand for something, great. But make sure that your cause is a worthy cause. And it benefits everybody else, not just yourself. Y'all gotta stop that fucking complaining, y'all. Like, so seriously, I'm over it. I'm over it. It is what the fuck it is. If you are a man in a wig, if you do drag, if you are a man who are now a woman, if you're a woman who now is a man, whatever the situation is, just make sure that you own that forever and always, in other people's eyes, that is all you will ever be. And you cannot change the motherfucking world just because you change your gender. They're not gonna change their minds. That's the world. Get over it. Grab your nuts, no pun intended, and move the fuck on. These people don't make my life. These people don't do shit for me. If you call me out my motherfucking name, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna be mad about it. So somebody said, well, you know, everybody isn't as strong as you, and everybody doesn't have the support that you have. It's not, my social status has nothing to do with the confidence that I have as an individual. You have to learn that you can't fight the world in order to feel at peace with yourself. You have to be at peace with yourself and say fuck the world. That's what you have to do, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to move forward as an individual, period. So if I offended anybody in this video unknowingly, I am sorry, because that was never my point. But my point is, in a nutshell, get the fuck over it and learn to be your own individual and stop letting people's personal opinions affect you, how the fuck you feel about yourself. If you love yourself and you were able to get up in the morning and look yourself in the mirror and say, I love me for who I am, then that's the best thing that you could ever fucking do. And if he, she, or them have a fucking issue with you about who the fuck you are, then fuck them with a nice rubber pink dildo and let it be what the fuck it is, because it really doesn't matter. Stop being sensitive, because the world is not, they're not gonna coddle you, okay? Stop being fucking sensitive over dumb shit. It is what the fuck it is. Bye.